Good morning. How is everybody? Um, I'm just still getting a few things set up here, so bear with me on all of the imperfections. And may we all find space of grace to accept um, all of our imperfections. Yeah, especially our own, because I got plenty. All right, welcome, and feel free to say hi if you're in the room. Good morning, Casey. Uh, I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga. I see some folks are starting to come on in. Um, it's good to see you all and to be seen. Yeah, welcome to Home Yoga Practice Live. It is Wednesday, June 3. Got to really think about these things nowadays. Wow, what a year. What a time. What an everything, right? So if you haven't checked out our Facebook wall in the last 24 hours, please do. I've put up a few things that are important to me, and I hope that will be able to be of importance and use to you. So check out a new song that was written by a dear friend and very talented artist, Lyric Lee. And also look at an organization in San Diego that desperately needs our assistance, that provides healing arts and healing practices in communities of color in San Diego. And lastly, let's just hold space for ourselves and our own patience, in our own fears, all of our emotions. And let's arrive for our home yoga practice, where hopefully I'm sharing aspects that can help us develop a practice of our yoga, our yoking, our connecting in a personal way. So whenever we're thinking about coming into our yoga, maybe we ask ourselves, what is it I need to connect with to help me feel in balance, or a little more in balance? Also, balance is a tricky word. And I think sometimes we approach it as, oh, I'm going to snap my fingers and then everything is going to find this perfection, right? Balance has now come to be synonymous with perfection, and it isn't. Balance is a constant adjusting, a constant fluctuation, a constant tweaking and calibration. How about that? We'll use the term calibration. And so we'll use that in movement, in breath, in meditation, in study. All of these are branches of this bountiful tree of yoga, all right? So, oh, great, Casey. Casey, were you here for basics or were you here for power? So feel free to type in there. I'm a little close to the computer so I can see. I'm a little old lady eyes, and so I'm happy to feel that out. Also, please feel free, if you're here, if there's a special request that you have, a kind of posture, a question about meditation, a question about breath, a question about, wow, all my emotions are going crazy. Feel free to put it in there and we can talk, because the more that we have these conversations openly, less about being dictated to, but openly, the more that we're able to share our practice, share, hey, I tried this. Oh, you tried that? How did that work out for you? Or, hey, I think this is bullcrap. And we can talk about, okay, what elements feel like bullcrap? Or is it our expectations that things are going to change instantly, right? This practice is definitely about the micro turns and being present in spaces of change, spaces of discomfort, and how do we find little moments of ease and grab that and find contentment in those little moments. It's going to help us, I guarantee you, in the big moments. And I really feel like right now, in this moment in our lives, in this nation, we need to grab the little bits of peace to help us in the big moments of freneticism, in the big moments of fire. Good morning, Joanna. All right, so here's our home yoga practice this morning. We're going to get started. Basics. Okay, well, wonderful, Casey. Well, today is a day about intensity. Tuesday is about a little bit more about a point of philosophy. And yesterday, I guess that point of philosophy was being able to sit and be present and acknowledge what is going on. And we'll carry that throughout the week. Today is going to be a day of intensity or empowerment. So what do we need to do to look at our power, grow our power, not get consumed by our power? What the heck is power? So hopefully that term won't intimidate you. Thursday is about going beyond the basics. So something that we can learn or be in a space of change. My friend Puma has decided to help herself into coming into the room. And Friday is basics, keeping things at the root fundamentals. All right, so this morning I'm going to stand and get started in my home practice. Please, let's recall that I am sharing the depth of my personal practice with you. I am not saying anything should be a certain way. The only thing that I will continue to emphasize is that you are here to bring your gaze within you. And if anything that I'm doing to help guide how you look at that inner landscape, that's all. But if your inner landscape is saying stop, pause, then stop and take a pause. If your inner landscape is saying, ooh, I want to try something completely different than what she's talking about, do that. Why are you here on your mat? Today, instead of starting sitting for my check-in, I think I'd like to start standing. My energy has felt clamped, cramped, tensing. And so I don't want to feel any more grabbed down. I want to stand and feel some air. So I'm going to invite us to come to standing, and we'll find our mountain. So I'll invite us to come to a standing space. Look at your feet. Hopefully we're all in a space where we feel open and free to whatever degree we can in this moment, right? Let's not look at our home yoga spaces as having to be a spa, right? If there's anything that I really lament about the industrial yoga complex of the 21st century is that we have aligned our yoga practice with a spa resort. I need to feel good kind of practice or space, right? Because we've aligned it all with capitalistic stuff. And it's about coming within and finding a comfort and an ease within yourself. And we can't do that without confronting the stuff that feels icky, okay? So let's come to standing. Feel your space. Let your awareness be in your environment. Let your eyes. Notice when your eyes are judging something and just say, oh, these are my eyes seeing. And I'm grateful that my eyes have vision. My eyes can see spectrum of light. Feel your sense of smell. I just put on some clary sage, so it's really a nice sagey feeling, a nice sagey sensation. Notice what we can hear. Not judging. And notice where the mind goes with any sound that you hear. I go down that rabbit hole. I go, why'd that truck have to go by right now? And I'm trying to be peaceful, damn it. And then I have to laugh about it and say, okay, I cannot invite peace with aggression. Feel that laughter. And I'm just going to rock forward and back on my toes and heels. Whoa, and feel myself. I wasn't ready. I was really working a little too fast. So, and then bring that awareness. Connecting with body, breath, and all of the thoughts in our minds. What's going on? I'm going to roll onto the outsides of my ankles, inside, outside. Just depends on what's going on with your knee joints. So really pay attention. I'm going to turn sideways and just work a little bit of pelvic tilting. Feel my hips, my pelvic floor, my low back. Feel my body container holding me. Noticing my mind. Send ideas to my body, and oh my goodness, my body is responding to the electrical impulses of my mind. What a gift. And I'm going to lengthen upward and reach. I'm starting to feel the heat of the day. And gently bring it forward. And as we hang out here, just start to scan your body. Ask your legs how they are, your skin how it is, your organs, your bones. Try to scan your awareness through your entire body from head to toe. And slowly roll the spine up. And then I'm just going to invite us to find a moment of standing meditation in our mountain. Maybe you close your eyes. Hear the sound of your own breath. With every exhale, see if you can allow yourself to stand down anything that is tense. Who are you? What do you need to feel whole and connected? And maybe flip that around. What is making you feel disconnected? What are the parts of you that are not connecting? What would it feel like for them to communicate? So intensity is about our fire. Our fire helps us fuel our ability to activate, to embody, to bring into movement and action in our lives with our words, our movements, and our connections with other people. So I'll invite us to feel an intensity of movement in our bodies today. Pause when you need to pause. Remember that you're here for that connection. Ease and steadiness in the midst of our intensity. Breathe in and lift. Squeeze the thighs, lift from the belly button. Exhale, hinge the upper body forward. Breathe in, lift the chest up. Your knees could be soft. Exhale, plant your palms down and we'll step back to plank or maybe hands and knees plank. Squeeze the tummy, breathe in. Exhale, lower it down. Breathe in, lift the chest, cobra. See if you can keep your belly down. Notice if you're trying too hard. Exhale, down dog. Butt goes up, head goes down. Alternate out, pedaling your heels up and down. Breath in, look up. Take as many steps or as few steps as you need to walk up to the top of your mat. Breath in, invite freedom. Breath out, feel your whole body as you lower. Breathe in, come all the way up. Exhale, chair, bend the knees, sink the butt back, maybe close your eyes. Why are you on your mat? Feel your body existence. Breath, circulation, digestion. Breath in, come all the way up, maybe back bend. Exhale, chair. Sink in it. Your hands could be to prayer, maybe at your hips. Breathe. Inhale, come all the way up, maybe back bend. Exhale, take it forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Maybe get a block down beneath your face. And we'll twist the chest open, choose a side. Where are you being super tense in your body? Is that you doing it to your body or is that what your body needs? Breath in, breath out. We'll release, switch, root and revolve. Feel heat starting to build in your body. Use your breath to keep stoking your flame. And release, forward fold. Inhale, half flat. Let's step back to plank. Take your time. Remember, you can pause, find hands and knees, or extended plank. Lower to your bellies. Inhale, cobra. Maybe your hips stay down. Maybe you're ready for an up dog. Tops of the toes are down. Knees are off the floor. Hips are lifting. Chest is lifting. Shoulders are down. Where's the breath? What's building up in intensity in your thought and your body heat? your muscle exertion, ease and steadiness, downward facing dog, breath. Ha. Look forward, maybe step, maybe walk, maybe jump your feet up to the top of your mat, half flat back. Forward fold. If you jumped, feel that spring of energy inside of you. Inhale, come all the way up. Let's lengthen. Hands to prayer. Lifting that right knee up. Breath. Open the hip and close. Bring the foot down. Left foot lifts. Open and down. No judgment. Bring it down. Feel your feet come in contact with the earth. Breath in and side bend. Feeling continual movement. Continual desire to keep moving. Keep going. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Inhale it up. Exhale it over. Don't give up on yourself. Trust and feel and listen. You're living your truth in your intensity, not mine. Breath in, exhale, let's let it go. Half flat back, let's lift that chest up, hands to the floor. Now you can step back to plank. Some of you are of the practice. If your hands are flat, you could bend your knees, keep your chest and your gaze looking forward, and float back to chaturanga, elbow height. Breathe in, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath. Open the mouth, make a noise. Ha! Intensity of sound coming out of you. Do we allow it? Are we afraid of it? Do we need more quiet in our lives? Do we need an intensity of stillness? Right leg lifts. Keep the hip closed. So don't point the foot. Don't twist the hips open. Exhale, shift forward, knee to chest. You can skip this. Inhale it up. Be honest about why you're skipping it though. Exhale, we're going to bring the foot through. Now maybe you have to grab it to bring it up. Back foot flat. Inhale it up. Sink in the hips as you lift. Exhale, split it open to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, split it open to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands down. Step to plank. If you're choosing more intensity, you can keep that leg lifted. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders down. Exhale, down dog. Everybody breathe. Feel your breath. Feel your heart beating. Notice, is it creating disturbance in your mind or do you have a calm mind? Just because the heart is beating, does that mean that the body is overworking? Does it need a rest? Listen for the truth of that. When all else fails, take a rest and then rejoin. Left leg lifts, breath in. Feel that inside of you, receiving that as an option. Exhale, knee to chest, breath. Who are we right here? Inhale it up. Drop the head down. Okay, we're going to step that foot up. Maybe you help it up there. Back foot flat. And bring that spine up, rising to whatever it is that life is offering us in this moment. Sinking in the body, trusting that we have solid ground. Breath in. Split it open to the left. Inhale it up. Split it open to the right. Inhale it up. Turn those hips forward. Hands coming down. Stepping to plank. Maybe keeping that leg lifted, maybe not. Lower through. Take your time. Feel each piece. Inhale. Cobra for me this time. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Big breath. Emotional sound. Ha. Looking forward. Step it, walk it, or jump it up. Half flat back, breath in, forward, fold into you, feel it. How much closer can you come inside of you? Folding the parts of you to one another. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, chair, sink. Reach and lay the belly on the thighs. Now, some of you might need a block for a twisting chair here. So you can take a block, take it to your right side, take your left hand there, and you can twist there. Some of you might be able to bring that elbow outside of the knee, hands together to prayer, twisting. Breath. How much breath can we take in? How much breath do we need? How much heat are we allowing ourselves to feel? Where is it taking our mind? Let's reach forward, forward, fold, let it go. Big breath. Sigh it out. Good. Let's bend the knees, sink the butt back. Chair pose. Where are we right now? Sit in a moment of stillness and use this to calm us. Now let's reach it forward. If you're still with us, you can bring your right hand to the block, over to the left side. Maybe you're able to bring that elbow outside of the knee. Now that's going to depend on how much girth we have around our bellies, how much flesh we have to navigate around. It isn't a failing. It's just what do we have to work around? Breath. So use the block. You can still twist your spine. Notice the obstacles that we put in front of ourselves. This is your practice. Reach it forward. Breath. Come all the way up to standing. Good. Hands where you like them. Right leg lifts. Open and close and reach. Try not to lean back. I'm going to turn sideways. Can the spine stay in that upright space? Holding on underneath of the hamstring. Where's the breath? How steady are we? Bringing that knee up. Step it back. See if we can stay on the toes of the right foot. I'm going to bend the right knee and straighten, pushing that heel back. What am I feeling? Where am I feeling it? And bend the right knee and straighten. Open the jaw. Check in on where we are in our senses, occupying our body and our awareness. One more time, I'm going to bend. You don't have to. Feeling that quad straighten from the heel. Ease. This too shall pass. And I'm going to spin. That back foot flat. Finding my warrior two. Sinking straight down. Never feel shy about touching the body. Feeling it working. Feeling it receiving the touch. The care and the love and the tenderness that we're giving as we deliver that touch. And straighten, reach forward, and then let's reach back. Feel a different kind of movement in our body. And reach forward. Can I move in this way? And not worry about the why. That was my hip. And reach it back. And reach, lengthen. Where could I reach from? Could I feel it in my ribs, my hip, the underside of my armpit? And then maybe that hand rests on the shin. Maybe you bring a block here. The other hand could rest on your hip. Triangle, breath in. Breath out. Squeeze your legs. Release your legs. Where's that heat? Squeeze your legs. Feel some intensity, some gripping, some holding, some intention. And release the legs. Good. Let's grip the legs. Bringing ourselves up. Now I'm going to step my right foot up a bit. And I'm going to aim the toes forward. So say about 5 inches. And I'm going to revolve my right arm forward now. And reach. And then let that hand come down. Now I'm bringing my hand outside of the left foot. You can just bring it to a block down here on the floor. Find a way of twisting if you want. Who am I in this shape? Can I accept this intensity? Breath in. Breath out. Maybe wiggle your hips. Will they move? Did you send a thought there and the body said, Breathe. Push the feet down. What is standing feeling like in those legs? Lengthening the spine. Good, and I'm going to forward fold over the left leg. Let something go. You can bring your block out in front of you or your hands out to the front of the mat. Shift into the left leg. Point the toe. Open the hip. Standing split. Open hip. New perspective. New possibility. If you're sweating, just let the sweat roll wherever it's going to roll. Notice it and say, can I let go of a distraction? What is that little sweat droplet going to do to me? And I'll bring that right foot down, bend the knees, sink the butt back chair. You could say, oh no, not another chair. You could go standing to mountain. What are you practicing right now? Are you practicing letting somebody else tell you how to be comfortable in the skin you're in? Or are you listening to a voice inside of you that's saying, give up? And do you really need to? Do you have some energy left? Feel your way in all of its imperfection. Coming up to standing. We're going to lift the left leg. I'm going to stay sideways this time. Lifting the left leg. Opening the hip out. Bringing the knee back. Reach that heel forward. Finding a clasp. Thanking that right leg for all of the stability that it allows my chest to grow from. Can I grow taller and taller and taller? What are those wobbles? Am I afraid of the wobbles? But look, I'm still standing, even in the wobbles. And even if I fell, I'm going to come on back up. I'm going to regain, recenter. I'm going to forgive. I'm going to smile. I'm going to laugh. Pull that knee up. Why am I here? What am I connecting with? What intensity am I getting to feel in my thoughts, in my body, in my breath? Stepping that left foot back. Maybe take a few steps. Can I let my chest continue to rise, even in spaces that are difficult, uncomfortable? Bend the left knee. And straighten. Remember, you can skip some of these. And bend the left knee and straighten. You're not here to beat your body up. We just want to greet and meet some intensity. Practicing it. Practicing learning how we react to it. And bend, breathe, and straighten. We're also learning, can I fuel myself? How do I need to fuel myself? I'm going to spin the back foot flat, opening it up for warrior two. Now, I'm going to turn and find a way of seeing you guys. I know she's black, so you might not really be able to see her, but she's about to grab my foot, I think. That's Puma. We'll sink into this knee. Feeling the differences from side to side. Did a certain pace start to take you out of being able to really be aware and connect to what's going on? Then you learn, hey, I probably need a slower pace for myself. You could expand those arms open. You could keep them the prayer. Feel shoulders down, chest lifting. Feel your torso. Are you letting it breathe? Are you letting yourself feel the clothing around your waist? Are you feeling the clothing in your groin? Are you feeling the hairs on your body? Let's straighten and we'll reach forward. And then lengthen it back. Reach forward. Feel those hips. Try not to let your butt poke backwards and reach it forward. Remember, your hands could still be a prayer. You could do this going side to side. Do we limit ourselves in thought of options, of possibility? Good. We're here to find some balance, some freedom, some ease. And then we'll let this hand come down. Triangle. Squeeze your thighs. Give yourself stability. This hand can rest. I'm going to let it rest. I'm going to work the neck, but I could choose to have my gaze going down. But today I want to choose to feel out what is turning my gaze. Can I see in different directions? What does it afford me to see differently? Where am I feeling my breath in my hips? What space did I need to feel in my hips? How does that get me a little unstuck? And I do get to feel a little unstuck here. I'm going to bring myself up. I'm going to step this back leg, the left foot now up about 5 inches, aiming the toes forward that way. So here, check out your stability. Try not to be on a tightrope either, so don't have both feet in the same line, okay? Maybe create a little bit of width, a little bit of space. I'm going to windmill my left arm forward and reach forward. Remember, you might want to grab your block now if you needed one. And maybe from side to side, one side you might not need a block. The other side you may. Pulling my spine long and forward, squeezing my thighs, checking in. Hey, toes, what you doing? Whew. And maybe your thighs and your hips are like, why are you asking toes? We're doing all the work, but maybe you could bring some attention into the toes, and that can lessen the intensity in your awareness of other areas, or it could tell some of those other areas, hey, ask the toes to do something. They're attached to us. They don't just get to go along for the ride. Living the entirety of our being, our wholeness. And now I'm going to forward, fold over that leg, deep breath. Maybe let the eyes remain open. I love lately keeping my eyes open in certain forward folds because I get to see, wow, my skin is really crinkling up here. I'm getting old. And it's not about I'm shaming myself about age. It's just like looking at skin as an organ. And like, wow, that's what my knee folds look like. Oh, hey, that's when I banged my knee when I was 6. And then I go, oh, you got distracted. You weren't here present in the moment. Oh, okay, I'm present. I'm going to bend that right leg, step the left foot up. And I'm going to come down to a squat. All right, now maybe you need 2 blocks right here. That's legit to give us a little bit of stability. You might be able to sit upright in your squat. Let's make our way to sitting. Maybe reflect for a moment. How did we greet intensity? Did we greet intensity with intensity? Were we trying to prove something, or were we present, just observing? All of this takes practice, so feel the practicing and the being open to practicing, all of the imperfection of practicing. Presence takes practice. Patience takes practice. Even love takes practice. We'll invite us to find a twist here. So your hand could be on a block behind you, one hand outside of your thigh or knee, chest up, shoulders down, twist. How much wants to move? Twisting and coiling is a really interesting yin and yang of energy, right? So much torque on one side of the line of energy growing up, but the other side has to have some yield. Feel that inside of you. Can you kind of coexist your peace with your force? Breath in, breath out. Gently release, coming around to the other side, chest up. Greet yourselves upright. Breath in and twist. Oh, so good. Hands slowly release. I'm going to turn, walk the feet in, feet down flat, and reach. Now the legs could be apart a few inches if you like. Your boat could also always start here. Try to see if you can keep the intention of your spine going up in your mountain. Having all of your psychic energy, your spiritual energy, your aspiration to rise up to something higher, something that we believe in that's higher than ourselves. So choose whether you want the arms behind you for support. Do you need support? And even just feel the intensity of that as an inquiry. Some of us see it as an insult. But it's just an inquiry. And why wouldn't we want to give ourselves what we need to support us in whatever mission it is that we're doing? And I'm going to reach my left leg out, chest is up. I'm going to lift my arms. I want a little bit more intensity. Well, a little bit more intensity too. You can have your arms out, chest up. Bring that foot back in and reach. Other leg, chest up, breath. Now let's inquire about our intentions when it comes to intensity. And bring it back up, making sure that we're practicing, not punishing ourselves. I'm going to curve my spine. You don't have to do this part. And bring it back up. What's in the middle of me? Other leg. Breath. Bring it back and reach. Bring it back and lower. And bring it up. Good. Bottoms of the feet together. Lift the chest. Deep breath in. And take it forward. What are we feeling and where are we feeling it? In our bodies, in our mind, in our spirits. What did we loosen up? And quite honestly, what did we confront in our minds about how we think, what we say to ourselves? We've got to observe it and get to know it, even the parts of us that are uncomfortable to see or admit. Especially when we notice if we've got an unkind thought inside of ourselves and that we're aiming it at ourselves. We can't share love if we're not being loving to ourselves. And that's not a perfect practice either, but we get to start. So find something to appreciate right now. That heart that's beating in your chest, that's been beating since before you were born. Not a break. Not one break. It's there for you. And we'll roll that spine up. Nice. All right, one pigeon, because if we're going to do some intensity, at least for me, that's like my can opener of intensity. All right, so I'm going to ask my partner here to not mind sharing some space with me. What do you think, Puma? I'm going to bend my left leg here. Now, you could have your right knee right up near this foot and call it good. This right foot could be turned sideways. That's not my preferred space. It puts a lot of pressure on my knee. And I prefer, and my body says yes to, the top of the foot being pressed down. So feel that out as far as your pigeon. If there's another version of pigeon, I know some of us like this long extended space, but some of our hips and knees may not want that level of intensity. I'm feeling that out right now. I'm going to go for a little bit more intensity. I've been doing a lot of walking and running, so this space has just really been tight. So I'm going to ask it to open a little bit and then offer the chest upright. So our relationship to intensity doesn't have to mean go, 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 super fast, super hard all the time. It doesn't have to be the picture of a chugging locomotive. Any of us who have been feeling waves of different kinds of emotions, either through the pandemic or either through our current state of civil unrest and discontent, can speak to the intensity. They can get primed and a lot of pressure built up in a sitting still space. Lift your energy up and off of whatever is intense. Send a soft intention to whatever is intense. Ask yourself, what is this intensity and how am I reacting to it? Quite honestly, in my own personal practice, this might be it. This side and the other side, and a sitting meditation, considering all that we've done. And there's a lot right here. So everything in my spirit is like, oh God, do I have to look at this? And my physical body's like, yeah, we'd really like you to pause for a second. You've been really running in your mind. because my mind is trying to figure shit out, right? And my body's like, okay, mind, we can't keep up at the pace that you are going from thought to thought to thought. And the breath gets to be a wonderful thread that says, okay, that was 1 second, and we could afford that second. 2 more seconds. And the mind's like, oh, okay, I guess I can slow down a little bit. Because really, all of that frenetic space that was running, that was fear, that was panic. And the truth of my moment right now is that I am safe, I am well housed, I am well fed, I am well supported in community. I have tools and resources. And I've got to find a calm space so I can share that. Now I'm going to walk my hips forward. My hips are like, yeah, slow your roll. I'm going to get a pillow and just lay the upper body down on the pillow. If you've got to come out, come out. Maybe go to child's pose, maybe lay down. Maybe start to build that inner listening that says, oh, I want to move in a different way. Be honest, satya, truthfulness. Be honest with yourself right now. Nobody has to know what it is you're being honest with yourself about, what you're honestly letting yourself feel, even if it's only for a microsecond. You know the truth of that. You know what you saw. And then ease up around it. Whether it's a desire for more love, whether it's an anxiety about a fear or a pain, ease up around it. Good or bad, ease up around it. And we'll bring ourselves up. Now, however it's best, use your inner wisdom to switch sides, all right? I want to go up into a down dog, so I'm going to tuck my toes, and this may not be accessible for a lot of people, so you could drag, scrape, crawl your way out of it. But I'm just going to tuck the back toes, use my arms, feel the strength and support, and I'm going to lift that leg up, dropping my head down, reminding myself to surrender. Surrender, bowing down, surrender to what I don't know and what is unknowable. And I'm going to bring that knee down. I'm going to step the other foot up and get ready for the other side. All right. So remember, we're working on our home yoga practice, our personal yoga practice. So you feel out, you know what? How do I best, with ease and steadiness and respect and love for myself, get myself into another side? And you could opt out. You'd be like, okay, I did one side, I'm good. Maybe do the other side tonight. Do it tomorrow. Feel it out. I'm going to find this side, offering this lifting space. Greeting this side. Feeling my organs and my pelvic floor. Now, if you'd like, maybe engage in what's called a bandha. You could start to squeeze, do a sphincter hold here and relax. And just feel those inner muscles engaging. And squeeze and relax. Energy locking. Squeeze and relax. Getting us to feel a real solidity and strength of our center corridor. Don't even think about it as a core. This is our corridor. Breath. Soften your palate, your tongue, your throat, your muscles on your face. You could bring the neck in here. Notice where your mind is, where your thoughts are. I'm actually going to invite a little bit of a twist here. My spine is like, Oh, hey, thank you for the attention. It's showing me just how much tension I've been letting build up in my body, and I'm just bringing a space of balance, of release, just a moment of release. When I say balance, it doesn't mean that I'm going to walk out of here perfect. I'm just going to walk with a little bit more equilibrium. And I get to gunk it all up again. And I get to come on back. And then I'll release. And maybe you don't need a pillow on this side. And walk the torso forward. Woo, intensity, right? Some of you might be feeling some intensity in a really sharp area back there called our piriformis. You could be adjusting where your heel is, bringing it closer to your groin, maybe more out toward the shape of a 7. That's going to bring more intensity. Feeling where our mind goes when we have to sit and hold in a space of intensity. Because drive-by intensity and long-term intensity are so different. Is it making us go to a space of fear or panic or trauma inside of us? And do we need to practice that we have choice and we have control right here in how we're situated in our bodies? Will we take it? Seize that as an empowering. That is our own activation for ourselves. Using the breath, following the breath. Maybe do one of those bandhas here. Who are we? Where are we in this shape? I'm going to gradually walk my way up. I'm going to come on back the same way I came. Maybe not the same way because this side is different. Hands down, tucking my left toes, using my arms, straightening the left leg, lifting the right leg up, dropping the head. Ooh, I'm going to thank this miracle that these 2 arms and 1 leg are holding me up in this shape. Whatever that shape is. And then I'll bring the knees down. And come on down to sitting. Feel as though my heart has definitely been needing to work on a space of opening, reminding myself that I truly do believe that I am open to sending love to everyone. Not going to restrict it so there aren't people or things that are not worthy of love. So I'm going to work on a supported fish. So if you have a block, a pillow, maybe 2 pillows, run it into the upper back up here. I'm going to bring the block up into the upper back, up in between the shoulder blades, and allow my back to lower down and see if my head, it touches a cat. You better not hit me. Hey, sorry guys. The last thing I want is to get scratched in the head. And then I knew she was going to touch me. All right, so the upper back is open. Your feet could be walked in. You could lengthen your legs out. Head is on the floor. Try not to have it dangling. So if you'd like a pillow under your head, go ahead. Upper chest open and revealing. Exposed. Bearing our heart. Feel the sensations in the front of your chest. Feel the skin on your chest. Feel the space in between your shoulder blades. Let your body weight rest. What's coming up in your mind? In your body and your breath. Can you breathe here? Can you invite more breath here? Do you want to? How is that connected to your throat and your ability to express honestly, without inhibition? What are we holding back and choking back, not even allowing ourselves to say just to ourselves, I am afraid. I am feeling powerless. Are we even afraid to utter, I am having joy right now? I know I've encountered others who want to talk about feeling guilty about feeling good in a point in time when other people are feeling so much pain. Don't deny your own truth. If you're feeling joy, express it and share it. Lord knows we don't need more pain to be contributed into our pool right now. And if we're feeling pain, let's express it. Don't let it get pent up. Because that offers an opportunity for those who can share love to bring it on over there. We could bring the bottoms of the feet together, knees open. By all means, if you need to come off of that block or pillow, come on off. Honor that some spaces get to be really intense and that we don't want to use our intensity as a blowtorch on ourselves. Your yoga mat can be an examining room, but it also isn't a space for us to, it's not psychotherapy. We're here to accept whatever is. Throw the paint on the wall. Let it go splat. Make a mess. Because you know what? Life is messy. Being in this human form sure as heck is messy. We are infinite beings of light, infinite spirit, trying to be trapped in this finite shell of a human frame. It's bound to be imperfect. We're bound to spill out of the seams. I'm going to roll over and ease this block out from in between my shoulder blades. Eventually inviting those knees into my chest, forehead up to my knees. Lowering my head down, rocking and rolling a little. Feeling this sensation and inviting, allowing, cradling. Eyes could be open. Inviting just a cradling, a lulling of our sight. I have been definitely in a very intense space of I've got to see. What is it that I'm missing? Do I get to see a way out? Is there some opportunity of solution? And just accept that I can see right now, right here, some spaces of balance and harmony in me. Happy baby if you like. Hands could be behind your knee joints, maybe up at your feet, pulling the knees down, tilting the tailbone down and up, waking up our space of sensuality, our sense being, perhaps rocking from side to side. Fill up the tummy with breath. On our mat, we are willing to breathe the fullest breath. I'm going to rock my way upright, recognizing that I'm starting to bump up against the finite framework of time. And come to a seated space. Prior to a lot of this home yoga practice stuff, doing this online, I've been doing a lot of it. I had been doing my home practice at the studio because it was like, well, I'm here. And so the only creature that I'm used to practicing with is my dog. And she just goes off somewhere and goes to sleep. She doesn't care. You know. So it's been really lovely over the past few months to practice with my Puma. And see her calm, because she's usually a really frenetic being. And so I know, like, if she's frenetic, that means something in me is being frenetic. And so it really brings me, okay, let's lower it down, Thurston, because I'm apparently stimulating the cat. I'd like to close with the Ganesha Mudra. So mudras are like hand postures, like yoga postures just for the hands. Many of us are familiar with the Anjali Mudra, or people call it hands to prayer. Anjali, holding our heart and our intentions in our hand, close to our heart. But there's so many, right? Janana Mudra, index finger and thumb. You see a lot of people doing this one. This mudra, Ganesha is said to be the elephant god, the remover of obstacles. So here I'm going to turn my hands to face one another, interlace, or just find a clasp, actually. I'm not threading the fingers. And find that little bind, and I'm going to pull and feel that resistance force and pull. Really apply myself here and envision in your mind something that's in your way. Emotionally, characteristically, spiritually. What is in your way? Feel that tension, how it's making you feel inside. Physically, mentally. Feel that resistance, that pain. And then just start to let go of that pressure, softening your grip, and just feel that ease sliding in, envisioning whatever that obstacle is, dissipating. And now I'm going to flip palms. And I can keep the same thing in my mind that's in my way, or pick another one. And pull. Pull, pull, pull. Feel the tension. Where am I feeling it in my body, in my mind? My jaw, my breath. See the thing that's in my way. See and envision who I am without it, as I start to ease and loosen the grip, allowing myself to visualize and internalize the person and the space and the emotions and the spirit that I want to embody and I believe is possible. Hands to our heart center. All that is love and light in me is deeply grateful for the love and light in you that you share, and it reminds me that I too have it within me. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining. Good to see you, Monica, Casey. Feel free to check out all of our videos on our playlists here on Facebook and on YouTube. Empower Basics Home Yoga Practice. Been putting out some yoga breaking down certain postures, as well as highlights from some of these classes. So hopefully some of this is helping you find some balance inside of yourself. Also, please share away on Instagram, on Facebook, all of the things. We're completely donation-based. Anything that you wish to share back with us, we humbly and gratefully accept. PayPal.me/justbeyoga. All right. Be well. Spread good things.